Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Hey Jude, how are you doing? Hi. Just gonna give it a few minutes. Okay, Julian, okay. Hi, how are you? Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's been one of those days for sure. I hope everybody's had a great day so far. So, Liz is on. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Give me one sec. Alright, so guys, thank you so much for joining me again tonight. This is Real Talk Tuesday. I am actually not at home, so it's been one of those days, but we're here. We made it happen. Again, thank you guys for joining me on Real Talk Tuesday, where we are real, relevant, and just, about business. So today we have a great guest. I'm so excited to have Liz on today, but I cannot go on without saying thank you so much to Maya, who was on last week. The show was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us last week, Maya. And I am just so thankful that you were able to show us how to do our makeup on live. That was cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did not get to see that show, please go to my IGTV and watch that show. It was amazing. So tonight we have Liz, who is amazing as well. She is a stylist, and I cannot wait to get or learn more about what she does with you guys on live. So I'm going to join her now or add her on. I think I did it. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can you see me?
I can, yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah. So you look nice.
Thank you. Thank you. So do you.
No, girl. Thank you, though. It's one of those days for sure. But thank you for us on Real Talk Tuesday. I'm super, super excited to get to know what you do and how you do it. So are you
ready? Can you hear me? What did you say? I didn't hear the last thing you said.
I said, are you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
All right. So Liz, first question. What inspired you to get in the fashion industry?
Okay, well, I like to say I was kind of born into it. My mom actually was, what does she call herself? Basically a personal shopper. And so growing up in New York, I was in the garment district probably since elementary school, definitely since elementary school. 7 years old, almost every weekend, whenever we had vacations, my mom was there almost 2 or 3 times a week. So whenever I wasn't in school, I was there with her. So I really grew up shopping every day, literally.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's it's funny because sometimes I forget to tell people that, like, this really is just who I am. It's not even what I do. It's literally who I am.
That is amazing. So you basically was born into this.
I was. I inherited it.
Yes. So first of all, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell people how I even know you. So this is my sister, guys. When I say my sister, she's been so consistent. She's been in my life. I think I was in middle school when I first,
Really?
I think so. Or was I starting high school? It was one of those.
I don't know.
I
2008, 2009, 2008 maybe. So wherever you were at that time.
no, okay, so I was in high school. I
Oh
was in
yeah.
So, yes, I've literally known Liz for a long time. She actually was coming to our church again, like Maya. She went to West Georgia. And so
Woo-hoo.
it's been on her hip since then. I've seen you grow so much. You graduating from college, you
Oh yeah.
moving off to Atlanta, starting your career, and now you're doing this. So it's just been amazing. So I'm just blessed to know Liz, guys. She's just amazing.
Aw, thank
Yes,
you.
you are welcome. So, yes, so the next question is what year was your favorite decade in fashion? And I guess which one do you identify with and why?
You know, it's hard to pick one, but I was trying to pick one. So I would say probably the 50s I love because I love to dress up, hence a lot of things that I post. I again going back to my parents. My parents were I always say my parents were older, but my mom was like almost my age when she had me. So I'm like, I'm not old. Okay. But so my parents were very conservative in how they dressed. My mom to this day doesn't own a pair of jeans. She doesn't own a pair of sneakers, never has. My dad used to cut the lawn in slacks. My mom had to go buy him some Payless sneakers and go buy him one pair of jeans that he wore when he cut the grass, and that's it. So
What?
I grew, yeah, no, like literally. And I wear jeans all the time, but you would never realize that I was raised in a family that didn't do that. So I like to dress up. I like, if I could live in the 50s or 40s or the 20s, like where they had the gloves,
Yeah.
a nice little bag. Like I grew up dressing well all the time. And that to me is just, it's how it should be. So I prefer dressing up versus being casual. So I would say the 50s.
Nice. The
Yeah.
50s,
Or the
definitely.
20s. Close tie.
Yeah. Amazing pieces like the ruffles, the big flowy. Oh my God.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, the 50s kind of it started shifting to where it wasn't as super duper fancy, but it was still like a woman was still in a suit. But it could have been pants. It could have
Right.
been like a simple classic all blue or all red, but the waist was cinched. She had her little heels. She had
Yes.
her little hair done. Sis was rocking it at all times.
Exactly. All time, sis. So, do you prefer to like, I guess, sell or do this business with families or more like individual styling?
I don't know. Okay, so this is how I would explain it. My passion is for families, so my passion is marriage and family healing. So I love to style families because it's a way to unite families. Like I had one of my recent clients, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna style the family," and then she was like, she has teenagers. She's like, "They're giving me a headache. I'm just gonna do me." So, it's a way to bring the family together. But I tend to have more impact and be able to like counsel and minister and encourage when it's one on one.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah, they both have their own benefits.
gotcha. So, with you saying that, are you like a counselor or like you have a background in that or?
Yeah, my degree from West Georgia is in psychology. I have a master's in educational leadership and policy. So, counseling comes natural. It's one of my gifts. Again, with what my mom did, she was in women's houses every day, and so she really did counsel and minister to them. And so that's how I was trained. It really goes hand in hand. So I would say advising, counseling, yeah.
Nice. That's so amazing. So, you kind of getting like double. You're getting styled and you're getting like a little session.
Listen, it's an experience, and you're never gonna get it like this anywhere else. I can tell you that. It's an experience.
That's that's awesome. Yes. So, what's your fashion background and how long have you been in this industry?
Okay, so yeah, like I said, I was pretty much raised in it. Um, Career job wise, I think I had my first, like retail job working at Guess. I worked at Guess and I worked at Sunglass Hut. So that was really cool because with Sunglass Hut, I was able to really you know, like consult people versus
Yeah.
just folding little shirts and jeans. So that was like in 2007. And then I started doing bridal styling in 2000. And when was Ava born? 2012. I actually got hired while I was shopping for my own wedding dress. So that was pretty cool. Um,
What?
Girl, yeah, right there where we used to live in that little area, there's a bridal shop on the corner. You know that bridal shop? That's the
Yes.
oldest bridal shop in Atlanta. And I went there to look for myself a wedding dress. And the lady was like, "You really know what you're doing." Like, I'm like, "Okay, thanks. I used to do this." And she went and got her manager, and she's like, "She wants to like interview you." And I'm like, "Okay." I wasn't even looking for a job. I was in grad school. Ava was literally like 3 months.
Oh
They
my.
hired me. Yeah. So I've been doing consulting with fashion for a while. Styling, I've been doing for almost 3 years, the way that I do it now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I said, Sunglass Hut. Since that was like my first job.
Really?
Yes. So when you say consulting, yes, I had to sell these glasses. Oh my gosh, the commission. Oh my gosh. And
They're
I
expensive.
did it in it was a part of Macy's. So I
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yes, that's the one that I worked at. So that's
Wow.
funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was an experience. I really loved it. But I ended up I was in North Carolina doing that, and I ended up getting sick and had to leave. I was like fainting for no reason. Everyone's like, "What's wrong with you? Just go home." I'm like, "Okay." Another
Wait,
story. I don't know. It was weird.
wait. That reminded me of what I did. Do you remember that?
When you fainted?
Yes. You
When was this? It sounds vaguely
with
familiar.
you at the mall, you remember?
What? Why? At Arbor Place?
Yes, I'm sure. Do you not remember that?
No. Why
I
were
de-
you fainting?
I definitely did. That's another discussion.
That's
It's
dramatic. So I can see that because you got a little drama in your sis,
whatever. Anyway,
Princess syndrome. Yeah. I
anyway,
did
so
too. It's okay.
you have a very slick like style, classic and modern style. Do you have any clients that ask for any other looks than I guess like the classic chic kind of look? And do you find it difficult to accommodate those individuals?
So funny enough, my everyday style is very like athleisure. So like even today, I wear biker shorts and oversized t-shirts every day. In
Yeah,
the winter, I wear sweatsuits with body sweatpants with bodysuits. Like that's kind of the thing. So
yeah.
I really only dress up on Sundays or when I'm going out with my girls. So that's my everyday go-to. It's not hard to style people because you know, I'm a little bit more diverse when I come off online. And then I also really just like to shop, so it's fun. I will say that my most recent client really wanted more of an incredibly sexy look, like Fashion Nova type of thing.
Uh-huh.
And while I wear dresses from Fashion Nova too, I try to get the more conservative ones. So I was kind of like, okay, well, I'm gonna put aside my what do you call it? My modest meter and just give you what you want. You want a little skin, go get a little skin. A little everything, which is little
Right,
and
right.
right. But it was fun because I like that too. I just try to, keep the Lord first. But listen, I'm a woman. I like to
Yes,
work
sis.
it out. So.
Uh, hello? That's right. Sometimes you just gotta show a little something, something, you know?
Just wait till you get married. We can really live it up. So until then, just keep it on wraps. Till then, hallelujah.
Right. So the words of inspiration that you share on your Instagram page are very powerful.
Thank you.
So how did you find such peace and understanding in life, Liz? What is this?
Um, it's definitely the Lord.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think everyone has natural gifts that you're born with that come from the Lord. Um, and so one of the gifts He's given me is wisdom. And so understanding comes slightly natural. The things that do not come natural, I've learned to just pray about. Read the word, fast, get clarity. And then I also have hearing. So um, I try to have people around me that can also add to that. So I partner with people or build relationships with people that are like-minded. And so I have trustworthy friends and a circle of people that also see God and have gifts that can, give me counsel. So definitely Jesus. I'd like to say that it's just me being amazing, but it's not. It's Him. So, you know, he's the giver of good gifts.
So speaking of that, I know we're talking about your styling, but I have seen some posts that you are doing some development um, type classes. So
Yeah.
for a woman in your faith, you're strong in your religion, you know. And so what is this class offer? If you can just, you know, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, thank you for asking. So it's called Spiritual Equipping, and it's a vision that God gave me last year around this time. And He gave it to me in about 5 minutes. I just pulled out my pen and wrote it all down. And it was during the quarantine, and a lot of people weren't going to church. And He was just saying, like, a lot of people are struggling with personal stuff, right? So when you go to church, they're pouring into the congregation. If you're blessed to go to a church that has discipleship, then you may have someone that's going to help mentor you. But he was like, people are really lacking the tools that they need to
Wow.
move forward in their calling and their purpose. So the
Right.
spiritual equipment classes were on class 5. I started them in January, and they're Monday nights for an hour, 8:30 to 9:30 digitally. And it's just pouring in wisdom, the word, prophetic, using all of the gifts that the Lord has given me, as well as the Word and the Holy Spirit, to pour into people and help them grow and prepare for purpose, and give them tools, like practical tools, to move forward in their calling and purpose.
Yes, Queen. Yes.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So, fashion fades, style is eternal. This quote is by Yves Saint Laurent. What are some tips to help others achieve their own style?
I love that. So that's the answer right there, your own style, right? So one of the things as a stylist that I kind of made up my mind initially that I wasn't going to do is try to turn everyone into like the ideal person that I think they should look like. You know, like,
Wow.
oh, this is the trend. So I've been blessed to style people of all age ranges. And most of my clients I've never met in person.
Really?
Most of them I've never met to this day. Most of my clients are virtual, and
Wow.
I have people who are in their 60s or in their 50s that I style that I've never met. And that can be a little bit more challenging, right? Because I'm like, okay, so I can't shop at the normal stores that I would go to for
Right.
you. Inappropriate. So, um, so dressing, and that's another topic we'll dive into. But I would say, I ask people, and I do consultations that are complimentary that you can go to on my website, and I ask them, thank you.
She is.
So I ask them, you know, where are you at in life today, and where are you going? And I address them for where they're going. And so I'm pulling on what's your passion, what's your purpose, where do you, like, when you look at yourself and you see yourself on the top of the mountain of your life, what are you doing? Okay, let's dress for that. So I push people to dress for their best selves and be who God made them to be, not
Yeah.
who Instagram says you should
Yeah.
be, you know. And I also push people a little bit beyond their comfort zone, because I'm like, listen, if you're going to hire an expert, you need to have a little bit of expert oil on you, right? So
Right.
yeah.
So do you, that's good. That's a good point you made. So do you style, I guess, I know you're not going with the trends, but do you style people on their body shapes? Like, you know, certain things look nice on this figure, you know, and it'll enhance the lining of your waist. Or
Hmm.
if you are, you know, a bigger girl at the bottom, there's certain kind of pants that enhance that or just make you look very thin, you know. So
Yeah.
do you go along those tips or lines when you are styling somebody by their body type too?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, especially with social media, when people are styled by me, like for them to tag me in their pictures. It's almost like an artist who did a work and your
Yeah.
name is on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So I don't want you telling anyone that I styled you and you look crazy,
Right.
in Jesus' name. So it is literally my goal to make you look the best version of yourself. So I'm not going to grab you something willfully, grab you something that's going to make you look crazy. It will be for your best benefit and to mine, for you to look amazing.
Right.
So I'm big on body shapers. You know, that's like almost a pet peeve of mine. Please, ladies, I don't care what size you are. You could be a 2, a 4, a 22, a 24. Put on a body shaper. especially if you're wearing like dresses or things that are like clingy.
Mhm.
So it just smooths you out and makes you look clean. So yes, I definitely dress people for their bodies, to the best of my ability. You know, like I said, some of the people I've never met in person, so I do the best I can with that. But we
Gotcha.
use pictures, we use FaceTime, we use what we have to make sure that I can, you know, look at you and help you figure out what's going to work best for your specific body type.
You got this now, sis. You got it now. So your style is a way to say who you are without having to say a word.
Yes.
What do you feel your style says about you, Liz?
Well, I don't know what it says. I'll tell you what I'm trying to make it say. What it says, y'all gotta tell me, okay? But I'm like, oh, that ain't what you get. Okay. Anyway, so my goal is just to say again, this is who I am, and I know who I am. I'm a very confident woman, and I feel like for women, confidence is
Yeah.
not normal. It's not common for people to be as confident as I am. And I try to clarify, I literally am confident because of the Lord and because I know who I am in him and because of the way that I was raised. Because I was raised in the homes of many women, I was a little girl and people were always like, oh, she's so pretty, she's so beautiful, whatever. My classmates never told me I was cute. Ever. Ever. It was older women who were like, oh, she's so cute, like people do to my daughter. And
Mhm.
so I never had confidence issues, and by the time I was in school I already knew that I was beautiful because my family and other people instilled that in me. I thank God I never had people tear me down ever. And so when I got to the age where I was around other peers, I just wasn't someone that absorbed negativity. I was oozing confidence because that's how I was formed. So I want my style to convey that. I don't care if there's wrinkles. I don't care if my faux pas, you know what I'm saying, is showing a little bit. I'm gonna show a little bit of what you call it, a little bit of a, what's that thing? Crop
What?
top, little bit of thing, a
Yeah.
little bit of skin. So what? There's a stretch mark in between the pants and the shirt. It's okay.
Yes.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't. I don't believe you have to be perfect in how you dress, and I intentionally am not perfect. Like, look at this, right? I'm just not perfect, and I don't try to be. Like this one right here, look, this one is clumped. I don't care. I'm a rocket. I'm not even gonna fix it. So that's how I am. I'm just not a perfectionist, and I hope that comes along in how I carry myself. I don't speak perfect. I don't dress perfect, but I'm confident even in my
Yes.
imperfections.
You
Yeah.
have always been confident, and that's something that
Yeah.
um I guess looked up to you about because you've always carried yourself with just
Thank you.
high self-esteem, and it's just beautiful because
Thank
you
you.
say anything, just your aura, your presence speak for itself, and that is just powerful to me.
Thank you.
Every woman should have that. I mean, we all deserve to walk in our power, walk in our confidence, knowing that we are beautiful in our own way. Like you said, we don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be perfect. Or, try to be perfect because that's just not fun anyway. I mean, why would you want to be perfect? I mean,
Yeah, it's
it's
a facade, and it takes so
right.
much work to be perfect. I'd rather just be me.
It
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Okay.
It's easy being me.
Yes. Hi, guys. Everybody that has joined us. I see some familiar faces.
Hey,
Thank you guys
friend.
for joining us. Hey, Alex.
Aw, hey, Anita. Thank you.
Yes.
Babe. Hey,
So,
girls.
so what are your fashion no's that could age an individual, Liz? Do you have some no's to fashion?
Yes. Okay. So one of my no's is, again, in being confident in your shape, still wear a shaper. Glory be
Yeah.
to God. Because so it's funny because you don't have to be perfect, but you can be excellent.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm about to pray in the spirit. Okay. So you don't have to be perfect, but you can be excellent. And so do your best. And I'm teaching my kids this right now. I've actually been teaching Ava, like, sis, she loves to be cute, but that hair be looking crazy and she be ready to go out the door. And I'm like, your outfit is gorgeous, but your hair looks crazy. Go brush your hair, right? So fashion knows are, I would say, things that are too tight, you know, be fitted but not tight. One a pet peeve of mine is, like I said, my first job was at Guess, but I don't want to see anybody in 2021 wearing a shirt that says Guess. I don't want to see anyone in a shirt that says Calvin Klein. Like, it's just, okay. Number
That's
one, it's not stylish anymore. Well, actually, okay, let me say this. The 90s are coming back, so that I can almost not say that
yeah.
anymore. Okay.
Because there's a lot of things 90s, Tommy Hilfiger, like I'm seeing a lot of people bring that stuff back in a way that's more, it's back, but it has like a 2021 twist on it.
You know, and that I hate that because, well, I don't hate that, but it's funny because these are things I live by. But because of the current climate in fashion, you're absolutely right. So
Yeah.
I will say this, but at a certain age,
Okay.
it's not appropriate. So, and this is a real, I've really had to have this conversation with myself because I just turned 35 a couple of weeks ago. And I'm like, so, and this is real. At a certain age, you can't wear everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, Alex. But, so, vintage, yeah. Well, be mindful because if you're 45, we all know the ghetto aunties who are in a that look crazy because they're too old to be dressing like
Not
that. Ghetto
not
aunties,
the
yes.
get.
And we see them on Instagram, we see them on all kinds of stuff, right? So be mindful of your age. So the older you get, the longer your shorts and skirts should get. I'll say that again. The older you get, the longer your shorts and skirts, not jabot. That's not even a conversation. We're not doing jabot jeans. So colors, right? So be mindful of colors. Even if it's on trend, is it age appropriate? So even though I'm 35, I think I look relatively younger than I am, so I can get away with a couple of things. But as I push towards 40, I can't wear things that are right under my behind. I can't wear, shirts that are right here. Now, there's a cute way to do everything. Let me clarify.
Wait,
There's
wait,
a cute.
pause. Wait a minute. You said colors. Help me understand what you're talking about here.
Look at my nails. I just want to. You see, this is ghetto, right? But I like it. Okay.
I get it. Color of the summer.
It
Okay.
is. I was like, I had the option for yellow or lime green, and I was like, let me get the lime green.
That is the color this summer. I love it.
It's still a little ghetto, but I love it. It's okay.
Oh,
So, but you know what? You have to be mindful of things, right? Okay. I'm not going to go into that because that may offend people. Let me move on from there. Okay. So, that's discernment, knowing when and what to say. Okay. So,
she's from New York, guys. So
yeah. So, and I'm trying to see how to do this. Okay. So, let me just put it this way. This is easier to go. Cheap looking things. So you can wear certain things. Remember that store 579? Do you remember 579? Okay. So Rainbow isn't, I don't even know who frequents it. Maybe you may get hit or miss pieces. But if you're over 40, you shouldn't be anywhere near Rainbow. You shouldn't be wearing cheap fabrics at a certain age. Look at Marie. My cousin, okay, Marie C. Smith is my cousin, and she's like me on steroids. She's very like, she doesn't play. Okay. So she's like, that's crazy. So
yeah, Charlotte Russe. The Charlotte.
Charlotte Russe.
Oh
First
my.
of all, I can't fit nothing to Charlotte Russe. I'm like, Lord, okay? And the fabrics are so cheap. So
Yeah.
you may be able to get in your early 20s or maybe even mid 20s, you may be able to get, away with certain things, but quality matters. And at a certain age, even your bags, let's talk about accessories. Cheap bags, like super shiny, the fabric is super shiny, or it just doesn't look like good quality.
Yeah.
So I was at Marshall's the other day, and I am a Marshalls TJ Maxx frugalista, okay? But I'm looking at two of the mini bags, right? They have mini bags that are trendy. And I got a cute Steve Madden one that was like $20. And I wish I could go grab it, but I don't want to stand up right now. And then there was another one that I loved that was like a red patent leather heart, but it was too shiny. It looked too cheap. I'm 35, not 25. I can't carry that around and look classy. I will look cheap. No, I'm trying to help. This is free wisdom. So go for quality, even if it's the same. They were the same price, $19.99. But the heart was super cute, but it just looked too shiny and too cheap. I literally was like, this will be cute for Ava. Ava's 8. I'm 35.
Gotcha.
Come? Okay. Even with things like earrings, some golds can look, these are like from Forever 21. They're cheap, but they don't hopefully look cheap. Right?
Now,
You can look like $1 million with $45. It's just
Hello.
about
Yes.
it's about having the eye for quality. How
Yeah.
can I look like money without spending a bunch of money?
That's key right there. That is key. I don't
I'm gonna
think
look like money, period. But I ain't gonna spend a bunch of money.
yes, no. Tell the people tonight, Liz. Okay.
Look at
Oh,
my friends in the comments. I can't even.
I know.
Hasina said, when you're younger, you can get away with cheap fabric. And when you're smaller, okay, I got too much
That's
love
when you're
on
small.
these curves.
That is true. That's true. Because these leather dresses and leather skirts, man, I just, I,
Ooh. Again, shiny fabrics. It looks
yeah,
super cheap. You can get two of the same ones. Some brands, okay. Can I just go here for a second? Okay, so if you're gonna go to a less expensive brand, you may have the option of Walmart versus Target. Go to Target because the quality is going to be better at Target than it's going to be at Walmart. So that's basically what I'm saying. Is just go with what looks like more quality. It may
right,
be $20 either way, but the one at Walmart is not going to be durable and look like quality, but the one at Target will.
right. I can't. They are going.
Y'all are going in. Help
Okay.
us host. I see. Listen, I have a few things I need to.
Seen that. I try not to laugh. I try not to bust out laughing. Okay, so Liz, what has been some of your favorite summer trends? And thinking about the fall, what are some trends you hope will come back?
Can you mute them? I can't. Okay, so that's the thing. I can get easily distracted when it comes to humor. Okay, so trends.
Yeah.
This is listen, John B. knowing Target's where it's at. Okay. So I love the neutrals trends. Like you can't get me off of that. I have been on my day-to-day just killing neutrals. So I love that, and that's been year round. So
Mm-hmm.
that's even a thing in the summertime. It's so funny because I have a client who wants me to find her like bright colored tops and stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this ain't the season for that. I'm really having a hard time because this is a neutral
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't. So,
I
so
did
neutrals in
too.
the summertime. Same thing athleisure. So like super duper here for again the bodysuits with the sweat shorts. So they went from sweatpants in the wintertime to sweat shorts, which I love. H&M is killing that. If you go
Yeah.
into H&M right now,
Yeah.
they have all the trendy stuff for an affordable price. Same thing with fall fashion. That it's still going to be athleisure. There's a lot of last year there was a lot of brown leather, which I loved because it was a difference from the normal black leather, and the brown
Right.
leather just is super trendy and it's fun and it's the neutral vibe. So I know that's gonna stick around at least for this year, and we can thank the Kardashians and Kylie Jenner for where we're at right now in style. Like they brought that out and we've
Yeah.
been killing it and not
Yeah.
letting that trend go.
Yeah.
So I shout them out and give them their due honor because it was the Jenners and the Kardashians that made that trend what it is.
Do you see your friends in this company? I can't, Liz. I can't.
So tonight,
Yes. Talking about. I
what
can't.
is wrong with y'all? She said
So
turned out Walmart wear into nightwear.
Alex is crazy. Alex is crazy.
You have to
So
bring it up here next.
So how long does it take you to develop your sets, and do you plan them out like before you put them out? And what is your favorite set you have made so far?
Okay. So I'm very spontaneous. So
Yes.
the answer
Okay.
is my sets literally take me minutes. Literally take me a few minutes to make, and I mean like 5 minutes. I guess growing up, this is so funny. I never thought of myself as creative because I'm not good with my hands creativity wise, like
Mm-hmm.
painting. Oh no, my creativity is here.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to making those sets, I can make them in literally 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Um, It doesn't take me a lot of time at all. What was the second part of the question?
What is your favorite that you've made so far?
I don't know. I feel like I had a favorite and then I was trying to find one and I wasn't sure. So I will say that if you go on my page, um, I'm loving the neutrals. As you can see, it's hard for me to let that trend go. I love, there's a pink taffeta, like a fuchsia taffeta set that's dressy. It's kind of like a 60s vibe that was on April 22nd that I made.
Oh
And
my,
then most recently, I've been making some for men. Child. A well dressed man. Hallelujah. Okay, so June 14th, there was like a Father's Day set,
uh-huh.
but it wasn't like your normal, like, gross dad look. It was like, it was more of a zaddy look than a dad look,
Okay.
okay? And so that's one of my faves. And yeah,
Yes,
just
yes.
copy and paste your man into that.
I feel special. That first one's on my birthday. You said April 22nd. So yes, yes, I need to go back and look at that set and see what it is exactly.
Yeah.
So last question, and then we're gonna get into the fun part, Liz. So what advice would you give to inspiring stylists?
Okay, so inspiring stylists, I would say just start.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to have a bunch of money. You don't have to have a bunch of clients. Just start. Let people know what you do. Tell your friends and family. When I first was getting started, really making it a business, I was doing some research and it was just like, just start and start with your family and friends and start with people that you know. Take pictures of yourself. So one of the advice that they said was, don't just post a bunch of pictures of yourself looking nice. Post pictures of other people.
Yes.
And I agree with that, but also, the generation that we live in right now, people go for the whole brand. So it's like a hairstylist, like you may kill some hair, but if your hair is raggedy and pink to your hair, it's like, come on. So you are your walking brand. I would
Yeah.
say always look your best, even when I'm out, right? Like I was at the nail salon, I was with my kids. I had a cute, trendy tie-dye oversized shirt on, cute little black leather slides. Always look nice because you're showing people I
Yeah.
can help you look like this no matter where you are, no matter where you're going.
Nice.
You can look nice. And so that would just be my suggestions. Get started, start with your family and friends, and always look your best no matter where you are every day.
Yes. So last part, because my phone is dying.
No.
The word I have for you, I'm not homeless, so I don't have my red container, but I have a word for you.
Okay.
My word tonight is ambitious. So what does that mean to you? How can you relate to that word? Or what, I guess, advice, however you want to put the spin on it, tell us what it means to you.
Hmm. Okay, so ambitious for me means always reaching for higher heights.
Yes.
The visual, I'm a very visual person that I get when I think of ambitious is someone who's just constantly reaching up, constantly striving. That's how I believe that I am. And those are the kind of people that I'm attracted to friends wise and relationship wise. You're always looking to get to the next level, always looking to better yourself. You're never, settled in just where you are today. You're like, okay, if I'm good, I'm going to be great. If I'm great, I'm going to be amazing. If I'm amazing, I'm going to be excellent. If I'm excellent, I'm going to be, I don't know what's after that, right? Just always trying to be your best self and never settling. And it doesn't mean you're not content, but it just means that I'm going to keep reaching
Yeah.
until it's time for me to,
Yeah.
go on to glory. So,
Exactly.
yeah, that's what it
Well,
means to me.
thank you so much, Liz, for the amazing, amazing show tonight.
Oh,
Guys, if
yeah.
you have any questions, any comments you want to ask Liz right now, please hop in the comment box while she's here so she can answer those questions. But if
Yeah.
not, Liz, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being on Real Talk Tuesday tonight
Oh, yay.
and letting us inside of what you do and what you love. Clearly, this is your passion. You literally was born into this. And I know this for a fact because you used to style me when you were in high school or in college, and I was in school, you would take me shopping. So a lot of the things
Aw.
you guys see me was inspired by this lady here. So I can
Aw, thanks.
um another show without letting you guys meet Liz. She's amazing. She actually I actually worked with her for a minute with her brand. So I'm blessed with that as well. So Liz, thank you so much for what you do, what you're giving to the community, and how you are just enhancing the families and just the experience that they're getting with you. What are you? I'm scared to even look
You're
down.
gonna have to censor these comments because they have to.
I'm scared to look down, Liz. I'm trying not to even go down there. But
Don't go
yeah,
down there.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you for watching the show tonight. And please tune in 2 more weeks and you'll see the next person. Good
Aw, thank
night.
you.
And
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Thanks for having me. Thank you guys. Love you all. Love you, Joanna. Thank
Love
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.